நம்ம பார்க்க போறது torque experienced by a dipole placed in the uniform electric field. So torque experienced by a dipole placed in uniform electric field E. So we have a uniform electric field E. You can write it in your own words. Let us consider uniform electric field. E is the electric field. In the uniform electric field, a dipole is placed. A dipole is placed. We know dipole means plus Q minus Q. So here we have a plus Q. And we have minus Q. So this is plus Q and this is minus Q. Let us take it as A and this as B. The distance between the dipole is nothing but 2A and O is the midpoint. O is the midpoint. One side AO, the other side is OB. AO plus OB is nothing but 2A. We know about this. Each charge, when it is placed in the uniform electric field, this is the uniform electric field E. So along the direction of the electric field, there is a force. Opposite to that, there is a force. We should know about the formula. E is the electric field, Q is the charge, F is the force. உனக்கு definition தெரியும். The electric field is nothing but force experienced by charge. Upper force will be equal to, here the direction of the force is nothing but EQ. So this is the force, EQ, act in one direction. This is negative charge. The force is minus EQ. So it is clear the two forces are found to be equal and opposite, separated at a distance. So whenever the force equal and opposite, separated at a distance, constitute a couple or torque. So two equal and opposite force, separated at a distance, constitute a couple. So this couple will offer a torque. So let us take this as okay. So again, two equal and opposite force separated at a distance constitute a couple. The couple is measured in terms of torque. That's all. Let us consider uniform electric field on which a dipole is placed at an angle theta. Let us take this as angle theta. Each charge experiences a force. The force is found to be equal and opposite, separate distance, constitute a couple. The couple is measured in terms of torque. So first we are going to discuss about, there are two force acting opposite direction. So there are two torques, torque due to force F and torque due to force in other side. Plus charge will act பண்ண force, minus charge will act பண்ண force, அப்ப two torques. அப்ப total torque will be equal to torque is represented as tau equal to, it's a vector quantity. So force into perpendicular distance, force is QE. We are taking this force into the distance is AO. It's a cross product of AO. The another one is, this is a vector quantity. எல்லாமே vector quantity தான். It's a cross product of two vector plus another direction is EQ is the force in the other side, cross product of the same way is vector quantity, and instead of AO here, OB. OB is vector. When we consider this, magnitude alone, the magnitude of the torque will be எல்லாத்தையும் direction remove பண்ணிரு. அப்போ what you will get? எல்லாத்தையும் remove பண்ணா, we can take it out, QE common. AO plus OB is nothing but AO plus OB is nothing but 2A. That 2A. AO plus OB is 2A. 2A into, here we have a term cross product நம்ம remove பண்றப்போ இதுலயும் ஒரு sin theta வந்துரும். That I can able to do it again. So AO, this is AO, you take it as separate segment. இது ஒரு தனி triangle எடுத்து, இது ஒரு தனி triangle எடுத்து பார்க்கணும் இந்த கேஸ்ல. ரெண்டுக்குமே sin theta தான் வரும். sin theta வை எடுத்தேன்னா the formula will come a common factor sin theta. So ரெண்டுக்கு common எடுத்தாச்சு. அப்ப torque will be equal to, we know about this, Q into 2A is nothing but dipole moment, P. Appo the formula will become PE sin theta is a scalar quantity. So when you want to write the same thing in vector form, sin theta vandale the cross product, P cross E, P vector cross E vector. So conclusion point was the wrong. The torque is nothing but cross product of two vector. The most important is when you expand magnitude of P, magnitude of E, sin theta, and the resultant will go unit vector, which is perpendicular to P and E. The torque will act perpendicular to P vector as well as E vector. And this is the direction of the resultant. So cross product vandale, the direction of the resultant is perpendicular to the both vector involved. Now we can see two special cases. One, when torque is maximum, when torque is 0. Theta 0 pota sin 0 0, torque is 0. Theta 90 pota, torque is maximum P. So இதோட இந்த கொஸ்டின் முடியுது. இன்னொரு தடவை சொல்றேன். இதே ஸ்டெப்பை ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாவும் போடலாம். இந்த ஸ்டெப் நம்ம போட்டோமே, இந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்டெப்பையும் நம்ம ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாவும் இந்த டெரிவேஷன் நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். அதையும் நான் உங்களுக்கு காமிக்கிறேன். வெரி சிம்பிள் ஸ்டெப். ஸோ torque is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. Any one of the force into perpendicular distance. The force value is EQ. What is the perpendicular distance? Let us take it as n. So ரெண்டுக்கும் perpendicular என்றது Bn. Bn. ரெண்டுமே vector product, vector quantities தான். Very simple. Bn is opposite to this side. In the triangle ANB la, ANB என்ற triangle la, Bn is opposite side, so we are using sin theta. Sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, which is nothing but AB, which is 2A. அப்ப நம்ம Bn இருக்க இடத்துல என்ன போட்டுடலாம்? 2A sin theta. That's all. But torque will be equal to, it's a vector product, EQ into 2A sin theta. And here we should have n cap to represent the direction. அப்ப magnitude மட்டும் எடுத்தா, அதான் Q into 2A is P, PE sin theta. That's all. So we can use this method also, which is simpler than the previous method. ரொம்ப simple method. Anyway, some of the textbooks, StateBoard booklet, this method is adopted, so we have taken into consideration. So it's a OA is vector formula எடுத்தோம்னா அது sin theta வருது. இதுதான் அதோட basic concepts. So ஒரு தடவை சொல்லிடுறேன். Let us consider uniform electric field E in which a dipole is placed at an angle theta. Each charge experience a force. The force are found to be equal and opposite, separated distant. They constitute a couple. The couple is measured in terms of torque. Torque is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. இது ஒரு torque, இது ஒரு torque. That's total torque. The same thing we have taken this side also. So there are two special cases that we have taken into consideration. One, theta is 0. That means both P and E act in the same direction, torque is 0. P and E act perpendicular to each other, torque is maximum. முக்கியமான விஷயம், the direction of a torque is முக்கியம், perpendicular to both vectors. Electric field-க்கும் perpendicular-ஆ இருக்கும் and electric field and dipole moment-க்கும் perpendicular-ஆ. சரியா? ரெண்டுக்கும் perpendicular தான். So x axis-ல electric field இருக்கு, y axis-ல dipole moment இருந்தா torque will be acting z axis. That's all. Thank you for listening.